The game we have, very intriguing. I'm interested. It's a Mountain West conference event, a conference I follow very closely, being here in Vegas. And for the most part, save New Mexico not being what they should be or what I expect them to be under Patino Jr. at home, especially recently, these two teams have lived up to expectations on the season. This is the second meeting between these two. Again, Colorado State Rams playing at New Mexico, the Lobos, in the pit. Both teams 20-6 on the season overall. Second meeting between these two. This season, the Rams won the first meeting between the two, winning at Fort Collins on January 2nd, 76-68. The Rams in that contest were a 4-point favorite in the game. New Mexico is a almost 6-point favorite in tonight's game. That's a 10-point separate. Essentially, this may be a line that you could explain off as being, hey, the Lobos are in the pit and they're magical in the pit. It is something that I might have accepted 5 years ago. As of recently, their home court advantage in the pit isn't significant enough that makes this separation from the Rams being 4-point favorites at home to New Mexico being 6-point favorites at home tonight. It's just as difficult to play in Fort Collins under same game conditions, same season conditions as tonight, as it is to play Lobos in Albuquerque. The Rams have a similar, or most of the rosters, in terms of years past having played in Fort Collins. So they've played altitude. Most of the Mountain West, it's a Mountain West. It's named the Mountain West. Most teams have an understanding and a good feel for playing at altitude. They know what to do, especially the coaches. The Rams are 3-5 on the road. And the battle of these two teams tonight, I think you're going to find that some of the toughness in this league has stepped it up. It's much more. It's a much better season for Mountain West folk and the teams involved in the conference. And I've been impressed. I've enjoyed watching most all the games this year. Colorado, they rank as a top 30 team in Ken Palm, just outside the top 30, according to Bart T. The same applies to New Mexico. And the thing about Colorado State gives them an advantage, I think, and I think they win tonight straight up, actually, as touchdown underdogs. I think they win straight up in the pit due to New Mexico's tendency or trending tendencies, should I say, under Patino Jr. And that is, if they get behind, they panic. They don't try to grind it out and win, even when they're at home. If they get behind, this is not a team, even though they shoot well, that plays well from behind. You saw that last week. You saw it Saturday in San Diego State, where San Diego State jumped out to a lead, and this Patino Jr. team panicked. They started throwing up threes when it was way too early to be panicking. And this is from a good three-point shooting team, truthfully. I mean, better than average. Conversely, the 20-point win over the Aggies that Colorado State provided us this weekend, they were 4 for 23 from the three line, 17%, and still won by 20. The Lobos enter tonight's game off a loss to the Aztecs, as I described. Both teams are traditionally tough at home, protecting home court. The 11-2 home record of the Lobos is, again, it's a solid mark on the surface, one, though, that is deceiving, especially the last two losses, especially the last loss, which was to UNLV as a significant favorite, home favorite. Losing to Boise, which was the first game they lost at home, more acceptable. Leon Rice's team is a long, lean, experienced team that plays a tight rotation. I like Colorado State tonight, and I like Colorado State quite a bit. In fact, they are an official play of mine, part of my package in tonight's college basketball. Losing to UNLV in a game that the Lobos were at home and significant chalk in was telling. And it's just one game, right? No, it's not one game. It's been leading up to this. The Rams are thought of a team that can shoot for three. And they do shoot the three pretty well, but they score. They're the fourth best shooting team inside the arc, in the paint, at the rim, in Division I basketball. Tonight, Colorado State goes into the pit, upsets New Mexico straight up as a 6-point underdog. I like them a lot. I'm Tony Finn. Thanks for dropping by.